think of that almost as like a summary you could give the whole Bible story, that God in Christ Jesus has made us friends of God and friends of one another. I remember just before Rebecca and I were married, we were both in grad school, different grad schools in North Carolina. The place that was our center was our church, and it was the first church we had ever sought to belong to together. It wasn't our parents' church. It wasn't our family's church, either of our families. It was the church that we had discerned together, and we were seeking belonging there. Over the course of that first year, we met some friends and started meeting for dinner in one another's homes every Monday night. And this was just a really delightful gift to our lives. And then after a few months of this, after dinner one night, one of our friends asked a question. She said, "What do y'all think about our sharing prayer requests and praying for one another after the meal each week?" Well, the room got real quiet. Half of us, we were studying our shoes in the ways that Episcopalians are good at doing. And then finally, another friend broke the silence and said, "I think that's a beautiful idea. I would love to try that." It was maybe one of the first times I was able to articulate the difference in the kind of quality of friendship that the life of faith makes possible, what I would later describe and see more obviously as holy friendship, that can include the life of prayer friendship, that it can include the hurting parts of us, friendship that includes all of who we are. And I was so grateful for our dear friend's honest question that night. When I think of holy friendship, I think of words like encouragement, standing with, open-heartedness, and truth-telling. I think of Jesus with his disciples, reminding them that he doesn't think of them as servants any longer. Maybe at one time he did, but now he calls them friends. And I think of that almost as like a summary you could give the whole Bible story, that God in Christ Jesus has made us friends of God and friends of one another. When I think of holy friendship, I think of like David and Jonathan. I think of Mary and Elizabeth. I think of all those people that our faith journeys wouldn't be what they are apart from their presence. I think of Mary Kate. She was the associate at the church where I was at the first part of my college years, and she invited me as a 19-year-old, recently relocated, drifting teenager. She invited me to be a chaperone on her high school group's trip to Taizé, France, and along the way would slip me cards of encouragement, helping me see in me what I couldn't see in myself through my interactions and our shared experiences on that pilgrimage. I think of other dear friends that when I've been in a position to invite them into some step forward in the life of faith, have expressed exasperation. "What in me makes you think I would be good for that?" they'll ask me. And I'll smile, and then they'll smile, and they might take some days, but they would come back to me and say, I still don't see it. I still don't see what you see in me, but I trust you, and I'm open. When I think of holy friendship, I think of lives that open us up in ways for which afterwards, after having been open, we can't imagine being any other way. We thank God for the gift we have been allowed to be for one another in this world. I think of friends who help us find our true voice, who help us become more ourselves by being more themselves, and so open up spaces of authenticity where God can meet us in the stuff of real life.